Hello, I'm David.
Hi, I'm Julie.
Now we're going to do a review of Point City by AEG and Flat Out Games for 1 to 4 players, ages 10 and up, 15 to 30 minutes to play. So first I'll give an overview, then our rating, and then the reasons for our rating. Hopefully you've had a chance to check out our how to play and playthrough. So like Point Salad and now the new one, Point Galaxy, you will have a draw pile and cards that you will open draft from and try to score the most points before the game ends. You'll see that there's different tiers here. I've already separated it, and depending on the number of players, as you'll see the chart here on the back, you won't play with all the cards. You only play with 40 Tier 1, 24 Tier 2, and 18 Tier 3, and 10 civic tokens for 1 or 2 players. So what you'll do is then you'll shuffle them up. You'll see there's a little dot here, that's Tier 1, and 2 dots, 3 dots. So you put Tier 3 on the bottom, because as they do, they get more expensive to buy, you use resources, and they tend to be worth more points as the game progresses. How do you get civic tokens? They are right here. When you acquire a building with a civic token, you pick one of these 10. So Tier 3 goes on the bottom, then Tier 2 on top, and Tier 1 on top of that. Now, who goes first? You see here you have starter cards here. You make sure that one card has the starter player icon. You mix it up and you reveal.
Ooh,
Julie's
I first. I'm never first.
So now we're going to lay out a grid of 4 by 4. And you always lay out cards from left to right, especially when you're replacing cards. Now you're going to be drafting 2 cards from the market here, or 2 cards from the draw pile. You cannot do both. You cannot draft 1 and 1. And when you draft cards, it must be adjacent. So if you draft from the market, it has to be adjacent, up, down, left, right, not diagonally. If you draft from the draw pile, you'll know what the top card is, but not the second card. That will be blind until you draw the first one. So let's look at the turn summary here. That's set up. So you can optionally, right now we don't start with any buildings revealed. If there's a row or a column without a building, you can flip over one of the resources to a building side. You cannot do the reverse. You cannot flip resources. So this is the resource side, and if you flip it over, now it's a building. That's the permanent resource it gives you. It will give me a economy every turn. It's worth 2 points, and it would cost 2 ecology and 1 energy to acquire it. And when you acquire a building, you do not get to use this resource it provides the turn you acquire it. It is possible to acquire 2 buildings in a turn if you have the resources to pay for it. So that's optional, and you do the adjacent drafting or drawing from the pile. You pay resources if you're constructing a building, and you select the civic token if it's a building with this icon. And so we start with 10, and you'll select one of those if you acquire that building. And then you refill the market from top to bottom, left to right. So here's some of the icons here. So if you acquire this one, for every pair of energy and industry icons you have on your buildings, it's worth 3 points each. Your resource cards are spent, or that means they're discarded. You don't count those. You only count what's on your building. Here, there's 5 resources. If you have for every complete set, that's worth 6 points. So the more buildings, if I have 2 complete sets, that's 12 points. This one here is just straight up worth 7 points. This one here, if you have, for every resource type that has 3 or more, so if I have 3 economy or 3 ecology, each one of those columns is worth 3 points. So we'll just play a little bit here to give you an idea how it works, and you can watch our full how to play and playthrough. Julie goes first. So she's drafting. Oh, so the first thing she's doing, she decided, because there's no buildings in this row or column, she decided as her free action to flip that up. Now, if she was lucky enough, so let me just switch this out here. Julie could get this. She drafts this. She uses her wild on that to pay for this, and now she has 1 point. So I'm doing your turn for you so they can see how it works.
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay, so now this will generate 1 energy permanently. When you acquire 2 buildings, if you use the building to pay for another building, you can't use it again to pay for a second building. So you can just rotate it like that to help keep track.
I like that rotating thing,
Yeah.
because that helps a lot.
Well, you use it in Magic the Gathering. It's called tapping.
Oh.
All right, so because there's a building here, you use these to remind yourself, because we forget.
Yes, we do.
So when you draft a resource, a building, the next card must be a resource. If you draft a resource, the next card must be a building. You go from left to right, so you flip this over, and that will be a resource. Now, if it's my turn, I can get this if I really wanted to, if I spend my wild. But you know what? I'll just take 2 from the top just to show that you can do that.
Oh, fun.
I'm done. Julie's turn.
Alrighty then. I'm going to come up here and I can't flip that one, right?
Well, you know what? Let's just get another building again for you. Oh, you can't. You don't have enough resources.
I don't have enough stuff.
So you're going to get these 2?
No, I was going to flip.
Oh, you can't, yeah, because in this row there's no building, so you're going to flip this one?
But what about the row or the
Column, it doesn't matter if there's not in this row.
Oh, okay.
So that was your free action.
All right.
And
then,
unfortunately, you can't get it because this
no.
generates an energy, but it needs an ecology and a
and I
community.
can't go like that.
Correct.
Right? Darn it. Okay, well, I'll do this.
Which means buildings will go there.
Yeah.
So it's the opposite.
I always try and be sneaky and see if I can.
Okay, so it's my turn. If I wanted to get this, I can right off the bat. But
there you go.
I'm going to use the card I'm acquiring, so I don't have to use my wild.
Mm-hmm.
So the resources that you get, you can use to buy a building. So I'm taking this card, I'm going to buy this building, and spend what I have. So that becomes 4 points that I have for the end of the game. It doesn't give me a resource, but it gives me 4 points. And that's how you keep on playing. Again, if we had a civics card, if this was here, say if Julie got in this one, she'd pick one of these, and that would help. The earlier you get it, the more you can plan ahead for what you're going for.
True.
So that's how you play. And you keep on playing until the deck is depleted. Okay, so let's see our rating. We both said 8.
Yes.
Like to play, probably suggested, and never turned down a game.
Yes.
Now, we haven't played this in a while, and we played this again. It was like, oh yeah, I forgot how good this was. So, point salad, we might rate higher only because it's more accessible to teach people. It might be a 9, but maybe the more we play this, it could become a 9 or a 10 as well. It's just that when we want to do a filler game and teach the series, point salad is the one you start with.
Yeah.
But all 3 are worth owning.
Oh, definitely.
All right, so let's see why I rated it an 8.
Okay.
Okay, thematic open drafting set collection city building score the most points games. We have a lot of city building games that are hard to get to the table, either because of setup or it's fiddly. Now, the one that was the Roman one, what's the Roman we got with the really cool
the
building?
buildings, building Rome.
Something.
No.
That one's really good too.
Yeah.
We have some other, like Suburbia, we haven't played it.
Foundations of Rome.
Yeah, Foundations of Rome. That's easy to get to the table too,
Yeah.
but this is even easier.
Yep.
So it's multiple strategy paths. Like I said, because of the way the cards come out, you don't know if it's going to be a building or a resource. The game's going to be different every time. And while you're playing it, you're like, okay, am I going to try to get a whole bunch of resources, or I'm going to try to go for points? It plays very different every time.
Yeah.
It's easy to teach and play. It plays quickly. It lacks civic token referencing with important rules and examples.
Oh.
So what that means is that people have made a reference sheet for all the civic tokens.
Oh.
You have to look at this example here to figure out what some of them mean and then extrapolate it out from there. So people who are not used to doing that are going to struggle.
Sure.
That's a major mistake on their part. And then there's some rules. You never put rules in the examples. Rules should always be in the body text. So you reference the rule in the body text, and you could mention it again in the example, but there's rules in here. That's why this is highlighted. It says, usable on future turns after constructing the building. So, anyway, it makes it hard for people who are not hobbyists to learn this game, which is a shame.
Yeah.
And so it's more tactical and slightly more player interaction than point salad. It's usually denying things, but here it's really easy to go like, all right, I know what Julie's going for.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to get that. more so than Point Salad.
Oh, yeah.
And Point Galaxy. There's a little bit more transparency here going on.
True.
Not much more. But it's so thematically strange point value assignment. So Julie never noticed this, but I remember one time we were playing is, why do we have birdhouses? Like, why is this birdhouse worth 4? Another one, oh, but this one's worth 1. So it's weird that some of the buildings that you construct, the point values are distributed in weird ways. It's a neutral for me, but it is like, okay, whatever. And it's average car quality. It doesn't have the linen finish. But the reason why is because the price point is reasonable for the card quality. Okay, your turn.
Okay, fun set collection game, similar to Point Salad. Very easy to learn and play. It's a neat concept of city building, decent play time, and the cards are average.
Right. The graphic design is outstanding, like they do in all their games here. This is, anybody wants to see how you lay out cards that are readable from a distance and in low light, this is, games like this in the Point series is a way to go. So, Point City and Point Salad are pretty close in terms of our ratings. This one will get played more when we want to introduce it to people. This is next, and then you want to check out our review of Point Galaxy. This would be in 3rd place. All are worth owning.
You're covering it up.
Okay. Anyway, check out our how to play and playthroughs and our other reviews.
Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.